Hey, it's Brad here, just going to talk about doing extended product content management with assets. Okay, so this is what we're going to build here is it's a product detail page where we can add videos or other pages to it. Alright, so the way we do that is we go to our content types under Asset Manager, and then we're going to create a new content type called product, which I have here. We then create a new field. It needs to be a relation field. Fill that in. I've already done that. It's called video, and that's of relation to videos. So once that is saved, you can then go to a product page, like this one for example. Choose the product type, click Create Asset. You can then click Edit Asset. So this asset is now linked to that product, so I can upload the first video to it, save it, and then I can add another one and save that. Right, so now if I go back and refresh my product, you can see that I have two videos linked to that product. So that's easy, but the slightly more complicated bit is actually changing the template code to use it. So the way we do that is go to your website manager and switch to the code tab. Now make sure you've got ecommerce 2 installed. So then switch to the code tab, and we're going to search for the ecom product details component, which is this one, and click on it to open the editor. Alright, so I've already done that, but I'll just remove that. So this is what you'll initially have, and when you look at that in the front end, you'll just see normal product details. Okay, so what we're going to do is add that back, and I'm just going to step through what this code does. Now the first thing we're going to do is this little bit of code here gets the asset ID. Now if I just dump that out there, just going to do a little bit of debug code. Right, so as you can see, that's our ID. So that's just coming straight off the product. Now the next thing we want to do is we want to look up an asset related to that ID, which we do like so. Right, now what we're doing here is we're using the asset manager, calling the find method, passing the asset ID to it. So if I refresh that page, I'll see that I have an object that I'm working with now, content item asset. Right, so that's what we've done here, and that gives us, so this line here gives us that asset object. Right, now I'm using the Bootstrap tabs, or nav tabs component to produce this. I've got a tab called videos, that's where I want to display them. So now that I've looked up the asset from the asset manager, I can call this method get relations, and that's going to get me all relations of type video, and that will give me a relation object. From that I can get the object ID, which is the related asset, the actual video asset, which I'm storing there, and then from that I'm converting that to a resource, which is going to be a little bit easier to work with. It's got the href property. So then we just have a little bit of code here to generate a thumbnail. We're giving it the href, which we're going to link to, and then for the image we're using this to generate a 360 well, 640 by 360 thumbnail. Alright, so when we save that and then refresh the front end, and there it is. So you can see I've got the two, they look the same because I've uploaded just different resolutions of the same video, but I can click on that and play it. Alright, thank you for watching.